Getting your whole raid group to wipe is not why you're logged in today, and in this video I'm helping you avoid that on Remnant of Ner'zhul. This is a guide for the LFR and Normal Difficulty that's well suited for beginners and casual players, so if you're doing higher difficulties, check out some additional references. All the abilities will be listed on the cheat sheets, and at the end of this video, I'll let you in on a little secret on how to always have them in front of you and be reminded of the strategies. My name is Ivona from momsden.com, and if we haven't met yet, subbing now is a good idea. I make simple guides for classes, raids, and collectibles you'll enjoy if you like getting easy in-game wins. I also live stream on this channel quite a bit, and we have a lovely MMO community around here that you're welcome to come and check out. When it comes to Remnant of Ner'zhul, the main strategy of this fight is avoiding mechanics in order to not get knocked off the tiny platform. There are 3 stages to this fight, and each one gets a bit more challenging. There aren't any new abilities added, but the ones already present get harder to manage. You'll know you're entering the next stage when the boss casts Shatter, and that'll happen at 80%, 60%, and 30% HP, dealing a bunch of damage to all the players while at it. You'll see a whole lot of swirlies on the ground that need to be dodged as well, so do that. Another ability is Malevolence, marking random players with it. This is a debuff that'll knock back everyone when it's either dispelled or expired. To counter this, the marked player should go to the edge of the platform, and all the other players should stand clustered together between the center of the platform and the marked player. The marked player needs to be facing away from the raid, and the rest of the raid should be looking at the targeted player. Only when everyone is positioned, the debuff should be dispelled, as it will knock everyone back, and this way nobody's going to fall off the platform. Throughout the fight, the boss will be spawning Orbs of Torment, and over time there will be more and more of them. The orb can't be damaged unless it gets hit by Suffering, which is a straight line of damage from the boss that the tank should aim to run through the orb by standing behind it, as Suffering can also hit the orb. Once the orb is hit with Suffering, it becomes vulnerable and can be killed by the players. When the orb is dead, it should be picked up, carried over to the edge of the platform, and thrown off by using the special button that'll appear. If you're a mobile class, it's best if you do the carrying, as the orb will slow you down while in your possession. The orbs are kind of a nuisance, as they cast Torment on random players, which deal a bunch of damage over time, and are the kind of trouble that can be avoided. I already mentioned Suffering as a useful thing, but since it is, well, suffering, it has some problems that you should be looking to avoid. Apart from hitting for a bunch of damage, it also applies a debuff to everyone who is hit, making them take 500% more damage from Suffering. It's the kind of thing when you get 350 years of life sentence, you know you're not getting out of it alive, so the number doesn't really matter that much, but it's great enough that you never want to fall victim to it. As the tanks who get hit receive the debuff as well, they should absolutely swap after each Suffering cast, as they won't get to live through the next one. Another thing to avoid is the grasp of Malice, and that's pretty much a frontal cone that both damages you and knocks you back if you get caught in it. Do not get caught in it. Finally, there's the Aura of Spite, and that's basically the boss spitting swirlies all over the floor that you need to avoid, as you'll be hit for tons of damage and you'll be silenced for a few seconds, and that will not help you recover from your misery. Best not to stand on the swirlies. As I mentioned before, the Shatter ability also has swirlies, and although they look a bit different than the Spite ones, it's overall best to avoid all of them. The Spite swirlies will only happen after the first Shatter, which is at 80%, and until then the boss will have constant Aura of Spite that deals damage to the whole raid every 3 seconds. And that's all you should know for the LFR and Normal Difficulty. I hope you found this video useful, and the way to get even more out of it is to support the content and become a channel member here on YouTube or on Patreon. You'll get these cool cheat sheets for your second screen or another device that you can keep open throughout the fights, and make sure you never forget what you need to do. And there are some awesome perks as well that you may want to check out. Huge thanks to everyone helping me do this full time, as they're the reason why you'll be seeing the next Sanctum guide very soon. Good luck and bye bye.